Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. My name is Liz and I'm a reseller in Maryland. In today's video, I take you with me thrifting, where I find a bunch of cool things that I can flip for a solid profit, but I also have one of the strangest experiences I've ever had in any store. Let's go check it all out. Well, it's been about 2.5 months, but I'm finally back at my favorite thrift store. So I do tend to follow the aisles in order, and I was drawn to this silver overlay, little plate, I guess, but they do not sell well for me, so I did put it back, even though it was very lovely. And I thought this was a cool rock, which I'm drawn to, like a magpie, but it's like manufactured, like it's man-made to put inside an aquarium or something like that. And I picked up actually two pieces of Goofus glass. That's what this is called. It's heavily embossed with this colored foiling on the back. I don't find that it sells well. You may have a different experience maybe in your area or maybe online. I don't think that the comps for Goofus Glass warranted me picking it up to sell online. And I almost bought that for my friend Jenny because she has a chocolate lab. But I wasn't sure if that's something that, can you give that to a friend? What if then they have to put it outside their house? I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think. I was hoping that was sterling, but I don't think it was. I think it was silver plate for those glass coasters. So I do like this section. It seems like people put stuff back that doesn't belong here, which sometimes you find a treasure. Here's more Goofus glass. I think it's kind of pretty actually. But again, if it doesn't sell, I really shouldn't bring it home because I'm not a Goofus glass collector, right? Right. So this was really cute. This section of the store has like plates and bowls and figurines. I guess maybe it's like glass and ceramics. I don't know what their category is. I'm sure it says on the shelves. Now, I didn't bother with any of these little Christmas houses, which might be painful for some of you to watch. It's very hard to test things at this store. Finding an outlet that actually works, that you can get to, is tough. I thought that might be precious moments. Not that I would pick it up if it were, but I just wanted to see how cute it was. And I wish I'd put it down on the shelf instead of back where it was. I'm kind of showing you how to look for real crystal here. You get like a rainbow effect in the glass. Then this was very heavy, but I was actually also looking for the Waterford mark, which I'm still looking for it, and I don't know if it's there. I decided to put it back. I couldn't do it to myself any longer. So this is about the time in my shopping experience where an older gentleman said something like, "You look like someone who knows what they're doing," which is a really nice compliment in a way, although I'm not sure what I was doing besides filming. And then he proceeded to talk to me and asked me if I was married. So I decided that I would distract him with this Mexican bowl. Luckily, we're doing a voiceover because it was sort of hilarious, but maybe embarrassing. I don't know. That bowl was chipped, but I believe that the curious gentleman did pick it up. Did not pick me up. My husband's happy. So these plates were really cute, but as Lavender Clothesline says, I'm not sure I'll be able to find the buyer who needs a Joyce plate that has felt on it, or a little fellow. I think his eyeball fell off. When I was looking at it in the store, I couldn't quite put together, no pun intended, what was going on. But those were interesting. So I really liked this basket, but baskets don't like me. They don't really sell very well for me, no matter how much I love them. I could love them to bits, and people still won't buy them from me. So maybe I don't really love baskets. And here's the clear glass. Look at all these receptacles for bouquets. Now this was pretty cool, but I'm never going to find that stopper. Do you guys buy decanters without the stopper? I really liked that, but I've learned my lesson. And I thought this was a really cool fat lava piece, but no, it wasn't. These had sort of a rough bisque-like texture that I kind of liked, but I did look up a comp for them and decide not to get them. I don't think I did a screenshot of the comp, but I think they might have been worth $15 each. I think they wanted too much. This sort of reminded me of Port Merion. It's not my style. That particular vase is not my style. But I do like looking at vases a lot. I have a very small vase collection. It used to be bigger at the other house because I had a good place to display it. That's a student piece, definitely. So I do check out the mugs at this store. I really, really like single mugs, actually. I think even Lavender Clothesline likes them now. And I almost bought this one, but I do actually have a lot of single mugs in my booth right now. And I wasn't sure if that was still funny because we're all doing all those things and we're all a little crazy, maybe. I don't know. So I did leave that. And I was drawn to some of these mid-century glasses. I believe these were a Holy Cross. But I recently had a set of Johns Hopkins University glasses that were in better condition that did not sell, even though I live in that area. So I decided that that market is too much of a specialty market. So I did skip those. I'm really trying to learn from my mistakes. I feel like that's what you do when you're an adult. Even though I identify as a teenager, which is the next t-shirt I'm going to be making online. I identify as a teenager. That and bring the cornucopia back. So I thought this might be West Elm or maybe Crate and Barrel, but I couldn't figure out what it was for, and Google Lens didn't help me, and I gave up. That bowl was interesting. It had sort of like a little, I don't know. It had a hole in it and then like a little dip in it, almost like an ashtray has. Help me out. Maybe you guys know what that was for. If it's there next time, maybe I'll pick it up if I know more about it. Please teach me because I was drawn to it. So they often do have really cool stuff in this section, but I didn't find much on this particular day. I looked this up. It was not valuable, but I thought it was kind of funny. I think a lot of teachers might like that. And I did check out the purses. There were a couple that I liked, not as many as I usually like. One I bought and one I did not buy. So this one caught my eye down here. I want to say this is jute or maybe rattan and shells. And I guess this is sold at Anthropologie. I mean, I think that the tag, I probably show it, is salt and umber. And if you bought it brand new, it'd be like $100. But we're exiting beach season and it's not vintage. So am I going to get the right customer who even wants to pay me $30 or $50 in the booth for that item? I think I take it for a little bit of a ride, but I put it back. And this was a really nice bag, but it did have a little something going on, like some staining. So I did do sort of a little scan of items in my cart here, sort of like a cart haul. Again, I decided to put this bag back. Let me know if you think that was a mistake. Sometimes I'm not sure I make the best decisions when I'm all excited and shopping, even though I slowed down more in a thrift store. If you like a real thorough haul, there is still one at the end of the video. This is the bag I did get. I'll tell you more about it in the haul. The leather was unbelievable. I wish you could feel it through the video. So I did pay up for it, but I think it's a good buy. I don't usually carry a shoulder bag, but if I did, this would be a nice one to carry. So that's a Regina bag. This mug sort of wanted to be studio pottery, but I put it back for $2.50. I think it was pretend studio pottery, and I don't like that. I did get this. I'll explain why in the haul. I couldn't resist. This I got for me. I think this might be for mushroom coffee. I got mixed results when I was using Google Lens, but it's still a really cool vessel. And I love studio pottery, so I did pick this up. Again, there will be a detailed haul shortly, along with an explanation of what else happened to me in this trip. The most bizarre thing that's ever happened. I will tell you the whole story. And this guy really caught my eye, but I wasn't filming when I picked him up. So you'll be surprised when you find out who made him and how much he's worth. It could be a she. I don't know how to figure out the gender of owls. And as I was about to check out, I found this beautiful little box. I'll tell you more about it. Don't worry, full haul to come. So I couldn't help myself. I had to do a little bit of a haul here at home without a voiceover. I just feel like it's more seamless for me. And for those of you who really like the haul and the explanation and not just a voiceover, I thought that you might just want to stay until the end. So I'm not going in any order in the store, but towards the end of my trip here, I did get 2 pairs of shoes. This is one of the pairs of shoes. Now, sometimes sandals like this can kind of gross me out a little bit, but I'm going to wipe these down and clean them. I like this style a lot. It's possible I might keep these. There's something really transitional about these and different. So I feel like they could transition between summer and fall really nicely. And in Maryland, I wear sandals up to December. It's a little bit crazy, but it's not that cold here most of the time. So anyway, I just noticed this little, these little initials here, but in the store, because they look different and they look like quality pieces, I did use Google Lens and found out, I don't know how to pronounce it. We'll say Moose and Cloud. It might be Muse, but it's a double S. You'll see in the comp. So I paid, let's see. Now again, I might just keep these, but $7.29 for these. I don't think that was the color off, but I feel like if I put them in the booth and I get 24, that's okay. If I keep them for a little while and wear them because they're my size, that's pretty cool considering that they're about 60 bucks used. These Vionic boots, I think these are the Lexi boots, brand new. Look at the comp for these guys. Now, these technically are brand new. They have not been worn. And for these, I paid $16.99 for these. Again, I thought, maybe I need a new pair of cool neutral boots for fall. So I haven't fully decided if I'm going to sell those. Neither one of these pairs of shoes are vintage, so I wouldn't be selling them online. And also, if you've ever ordered shoes online, you know how often you have to return them. So I'm not so sure I want to do that ideally anyway. But I felt like those were good prices. Like even if you went to DSW or something, got yourself a pair of sandals, it would cost more than these two pairs of shoes combined. So just kind of like a pro tip for everyday, like thrifting, success, I guess. Pardon my voice, by the way. I'm actually getting over COVID. Thank goodness I had some backup footage for this week. And then some, actually. I've been hoarding footage accidentally because I couldn't go out this week. I heard it was a great week. I was really sad to be quarantined. But anyway, this is a really, really beautiful Regina bag. It's not pebbled, but it is like slightly textured. You touch this bag, you can tell it's real leather. And for some reason, I was like, this is probably from Italy before I saw the Regina. So I did kind of pay up in a way as far as thrift store prices go. Our thrift store just keeps getting more and more pricey. Let me know if you've noticed that where you are. At first, they started taking all the best stuff and putting it online, and now they're just charging more and more for things. But it does say Regina, it does say Italy, it does say genuine leather. So this will probably go in the booth. I don't use a lot of shoulder bags, or I'd be tempted to keep that because that's kind of my style. That's a really, really nice bag. So I'll throw up a comp for a similar bag. The photo makes no sense. Whenever I clicked on it, it wouldn't let me look at the photo that looked more like this one. But anyway, a decent flip on that one as well. This was also towards the end. I think I went back through the aisles. So this may not have been out first, but let me know in the comments if you saw this and I missed it, because I do miss things. We all miss things, which is why we all get to go thrifting. Because guess what? I missed something and then the next person got something. And there's enough French fries in the dumpster for all the seagulls. That's the way we like it. But still, I want to see if you saw it because I did not see it the first time. So this is like that inlaid wood, marquetry. A lot of these pieces were made in Sorrento, Italy. This one's a little confusing for some people because you can see the price tag there. The movement is Swiss. So the Swiss are well known for their watch and music box movements, but I believe that the wooden box itself is probably made in Sorrento, Italy. I did test this in the store. These are often broken. I'm not going to play it because for some reason I think it will get a song in my head that will be stuck there, but it did work. So these are really sweet. They do sell on Etsy. I'll throw up the comp. Sometimes I do put these in the booth just because I have plenty of things to list on Etsy, but certainly worth $2.99. Okay. I'm going to go this way. I think I bought this for me. I love black and white together. And this is like a travel cup. And I think it says everyday dose. So I don't think it has great value, but I just thought it was really cool. And I think I might have shown it on film. I'm not sure it was shown on film. Sometimes I have to put my camera down. And also there was a friendly, very friendly older gentleman kind of tailing me for a while, saying that I looked like I knew what I was doing, which is such a nice compliment. And I didn't necessarily need to record that. I bought this not because it is a huge moneymaker, but I feel like the Golden Girls are having a comeback. And so for $1.99, I think this will sell in my booth. Someone will buy that for a friend of theirs and they'll get a kick out of it. As you know, I often buy studio pottery, and you know what? I'm looking at this now. I'm wondering if it used to have a lid. See this lip and this ground edge? I still think someone will buy it as like a little vase. or something to hold like their makeup brushes. This is Ballston Lake Pottery. You can often see a stamp, and if you have a magnifier in your bag, you can pull it out and look up comps so you can see if it's worth picking up. I still think this was worth picking up for the $2.99 I paid for it. This will be a booth piece for me because I have a booth that has a ton of studio pottery and it's been selling really nicely. It's kind of nice the way they're sort of curated together right now. So this piece, I didn't catch myself picking this up on film. I think I put it in the thumbnail, but I got really excited because I really didn't know what I was looking at. I just knew that I liked it. I was like, owls and jesters and chess pieces and gold. Oh my. So this is actually surprising. It's an anthropology vase. I don't think I would have guessed that it was anthropology. I think I thought it was some kind of wacky mid-century modern thing, or maybe like Target's version of that. But I suppose this is the more expensive, I'll show you the comp, anthropology version of a mid-century modern wacky owl vase. So I had stopped filming and I had checked out, and then I was like, oh, let me look at the jewelry because sometimes they have really good jewelry at the store. And it took a while to get someone to wait on me, and I struck up a conversation with a very nice woman named Karen. And I asked her if she was a jewelry collector because she was very interested and knew a lot about the stones and some of the pieces that we were admiring. And she ended up, like it was less than 5 minutes, we were holding hands. Don't get alarmed. I'm happily married to my husband. But she is a, scientific hand analyst. I know what you're thinking. I got my palm read in the thrift store. Technically, yes, and technically no. So hand analysis, according to my new friend Karen, is based on scientific data that's been collected. So it's a little different from just vibing with someone's like Lifeline. I will say the things she told me were quite accurate, and I was surprised. They were extremely specific as well. She made an allusion to me trying to make my dentist laugh because I get nervous at the dentist, which was very interesting to me because I do that all the time, and my dentist says, you never seem nervous because you're always in such a good mood. So anyway, thanks, Karen. That was really interesting. That has never happened to me before at a thrift store. So I paid up a little bit for these, and I think I paid around $25 each for these. The comp I found for this one, I feel like it's wrong. I feel like if I put this in my Etsy shop, it's going to be about $75, and that's why I picked it up. Also, I've never seen this particular Texaco dove with this vermeil or gold plating on top of the sterling. Now remember, Texaco pieces are quite clearly marked. You can often see it with the naked eye, and you'll have two initials, a dash, and a number. And sometimes it will say Mexico or something else, but the two initials indicate the city, the last initial of the artist, and then the number indicates what number artist with that last initial it is. So if it said TC10, it's probably Texaco. Maybe the last name is Castillo, and it's the 10th person with the letter C from Texaco, so that you could actually go down a rabbit hole and identify exactly who made your Mexican jewelry piece. But I do love sterling, and I love modernist sterling from Mexico. It has these sort of stylized, sleek lines. I just always love it. And that's why I actually picked these up, because I thought these were sort of like mid-century modernist pieces. Now, I'm not 100% sure how old these are. They could be mid-century. They are stamped on the back. I used my loop. I can't read it right now. Maybe you can, but it's Kevin Oliver Jewelers. Again, see this geometric but sort of sleek lines. I was shocked by the comp on those. I think I did pay $25. And according to Etsy, these actually are vintage. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of Kevin Oliver Jewelers. So it was a fun trip to the store. I made friends with that older gentleman for a few aisles, and then he moved on. And then I made friends with Karen for that really interesting experience with her with the jewelry. So I really like what I found. I hope you guys leave me a comment, share the video. Please do check out one of the other videos. If you like thrifting videos, I have other thrifting videos. I have estate sale videos. I have just hauls where I'm just teaching you what to look for, what it's worth, what I paid. But remember, I want you guys to go out there and have a good time. I want you to pay yourself well for that time. And of course, I want you to never stop searching. I will see you guys next time.